Andrew Luck and Deshaun Watson obviously facing off. Two of the hottest defenses in the NFL. The Colts are allowing an NFL best 16.4 points per game over their last 10 games, while the Texans allowing 18.6 points per game since week 4. Will, I'll start with you. More important matchup, Watson versus the Colts D or Luck versus the Texans D?
Watson versus the Colts D.
Okay.
There's a feel to this Colts project. Frank Reich, Andrew Luck's rehabilitation. There's a feel around this project that it's a year early, at least to me. And I got to give the Colts a ton of credit. I loved it when Frank Reich went for it on 4th down to put this winning streak that they've been on, this hot streak, in play. That's what set this train in motion, and I love it for Frank Reich. I love what Andrew Luck has done this season. I do believe this season alone, he's been a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. But Deshaun Watson, you know what? Not unlike Dak Prescott, is a winner. He has won. Stephen, now you can ask what he's won. He won at the collegiate level. Deshaun Watson needs to come in, like Dak Prescott, and solidify that reputation at the professional level. He needs to win this game. The Texans are favored. They're at home. This has been a good season. I think Bill O'Brien is one hell of a coach who finally has his quarterback. I'm interested in, and I think it's more significant, how Deshaun Watson plays against the Colts D. And I expect Deshaun Watson to play well.
I just want to add that these teams have played twice this season. They split the meetings, both 3-point games, so close ones.
Look, I would say that it is Watson against the Colts defense, but for a different reason. Deshaun Watson is a winner. I mean, I took Clemson to beat Alabama because I thought, I don't care, like, Watson's on a really good team and he's the best player on the field, and it'll come down to him making a play, and sometimes it works out the way you think, and it worked out that day. Watson's a winner, and he's been a winner on the professional level, too, and he was drafted too low, and people kind of slept on him for reasons that elude me. I understand they thought he wasn't quite accurate enough down the field, but I thought he showed enough accuracy down the field at college. He looked like a pretty good bet to be a good pro to me, and he's an excellent pro. Here's the thing. Deshaun Watson, in many respects, is where Andrew Luck has been in recent years, running for his life behind a bad offensive line. Now, the Houston Texans have big names on defense, and so you may think, well, it's those big names on defense coming after Andrew Luck, who's been on the run most of his career, right? Or at least been getting hit a lot. But in fact, when they drafted Quentin Nelson, who was called this generational prospect on the offensive line, they were right. Quentin Nelson is a generational talent. And that has really changed this Colts offensive line. So as much as there's big name against big name going the other way at Andrew Luck, the real issue to me is Watson is playing a less heralded defense, but behind a much lesser offensive line, and that's what it's going to come down to.
Well, listen, let me tell you this. To me, it's about luck against this Houston defense, and I want to see what Houston does. You got J.J. Watt's got 16 sacks on the season. Jadeveon Clowney's got 9. We see other guys that have stepped up and have shown that they can produce, but we also saw them get torched a little bit. Houston, I'm talking about their defense, against the Philadelphia Eagles. All right? What you going to do against Andrew Luck, who's got 39 touchdowns on the season, who's thrown for over 4,500 yards on the season, who has not only the experience, T.Y. Hilton, who's a stud, and you've got that chemistry because they've accustomed to playing with each other for the last several years, but Ebron has been really, really good for them as well as their second leading receiver. And I'm looking at it from that perspective, and I cannot say enough about the Colts and what they've done with the offensive line. Drafting this kid, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame was huge. All right, and I forgot the name of the other dude that they drafted early in the 2nd round as well. They've been balling on the offensive line. They are some rough riders. They are not just about protecting Andrew Luck. They are about pushing forward and running, mauling people as well. I love what I'm seeing for them. And if Watt and Clowney and the crew cannot get to Andrew Luck, it's going to be a field day. And oh, by the way, I respect Bill O'Brien. I truly do. But the jury's still out. Go ahead and win a game. Win a playoff game now.
He also needs to protect.
To be fair,
one criticism.
He didn't have quarterbacks.
But he does need to protect Deshaun Watson better. Everybody's been talking about that.
Do you have more trust? Going into this game, here's a question for you. Do you have more trust in Andrew Luck or Deshaun Watson? For me, in this game, I have more trust in Deshaun Watson.
You have more trust in Deshaun Watson? Okay, I can get that. But I trust Frank Reich more than I trust Bill O'Brien.
I trust Andrew.
And that's my issue.
I trust Andrew Luck and Deshaun Watson both a lot. Deshaun Watson is throwing to DeAndre Hopkins, and Luck does not have that level receiver. Luck is elevating his he's elevating his receivers. But I think in this case, Luck is better protected than Watson.
Imagine Colts get Le'Veon Bell next year. Hey now.